Hey guys, Hanor here. Alright, anyways, this recording is going to be going on. I'm recording over this, and so you still hear what's going on in the background. I'm not sure how to play with all of that. I'm new to recording over, so try to bear with me on this part of it. Anyways, alright, this is awesome game footage brought to you by my Sherman tank. Now, I was playing late at night. My wife was asleep, so I didn't want to be talking at the time. I didn't want to wake her up, and so I decided I was going to do a record over. It's proven a little bit more difficult than how I wanted it to be. I was hoping it would, dull down the in-game sounds, but anyways, I'm playing with Rebiv. Now you can hear him, you can hear everything that's going on in the game, and my record over is coming in too now. Alright, there are a few things I wanted to talk about while we're getting this game rolling here. First being is that this premium Sherman is a M4A2 variant. Alright, it's not the regular M4 variant. They were produced from 1942 on to 1944 and through 1944. When they were arriving, I don't know, but I do know it was around 1942 that they were first getting over into the combat areas and everything. So, but I couldn't find the exact time period that they were arriving. Alright, so anyways, and the reason I bring this up is because I've been hearing a lot of people say that the Sherman's a late war Sherman. Well, I do know that this particular Sherman, or one of these particular Shermans, was captured by the Germans in 1943 and fought all the way from 43 to 45 under German control. That's really cool information, right? Yeah, I found some information about it when I was trying to look up for the time period whenever these things started arriving. Anyways, now I know a lot of people also say, "Oh, the Sherman is not a very good tank." Well, you're right. It's definitely not a very good tank overall, because against Panthers and the later guns and stuff, it could start getting wrecked. But and started getting wrecked, and it was very prone to catching on fire and everything. Sorry, man, I tried to and which it does. Now, as you can see in this gameplay footage, my first go out didn't work out very well. The guy snuck out, just shot me in the side, bam, I'm done. Alright, anyways, and I spawn in, and I'm stuck behind this freaking tree. Stuck in it kinda too, but I got freed. I'm getting moving. Alright, now the thing is though, when the Sherman did first come out, it showed up in Africa, and it helped wreck the German armored forces that were there, the panzer groups that were there. I think the kill ratio was somewhere between 1 and 2. I say around 1.5, for every one Sherman loss, but, it could have been a little bit higher than that. It could have been a little bit lower. You can look up the African, battles and see yourself with the Shermans and everything, but it's, it's really hard to really say, because there were a lot of assistances being done in the overall battles that were going on. But when it first arrived, the Germans didn't really know how to damage the tank because of its frontal armor sloping, and also even though its first arrival, it was able to take this punishment, it was going against elite German crews, and these tank crews were green, so overall, it was just the better tank during that time frame. Now yes, in Africa they did have Tigers and stuff, but when it showed up, the Tigers were probably way behind, and there's so few of them. There was only 35 Tigers that were even sent to Africa. It's just definitely outnumbered. Kind of like here, I'm definitely outnumbered.
Holy fuck.
Engage. More targets and keep engaging. That's one of the great things about the Sherman though, is that the fire rate is really quick. really fast turnaround time on sending rounds out.
Shoot him!
The gun's not the greatest, but at the same time, it works.
Yeah, I need help with this KV-1.
And so, in this tier bracket, as a lot of people know, this thing is kind of a beast. Alright, going on to why I have this tank. Alright, I know people are like, oh, why do you even have one of those? They're so expensive. Well, see, I got the pack, the twin pack that came with the Sherman, and it came with the T-34 prototype. It also came with 3 titles, Tank Pioneer, Sherman Hunter, and T-34 Test Engineer, I think is what it is. And it also came with some decals for the Germans and for the Russians. And the reason I had picked up the pack was because I read that it was going to be exclusive for closed beta. And so I thought this pack, meaning the tanks, the titles, and the decals were going to be exclusive for the closed beta, or for people that bought it throughout the closed beta. And I was like, well, shit, you know, if it's going to be like that, I'm going to get it. But it turns out that it wasn't like that.
He will not die.
The titles are, because they did remove the pack. The pack is gone, but and so nobody else can get these new titles. And also the decals are exclusive as well. But the thing is, they still sell the tanks that were in the pack. So I'm a little upset about that, but hey, you know.
Damn it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't even get this sense for that.
I did play World of Tanks well before I got into War Thunder. I started having issues, which is the reason why I stopped playing it. Those issues connection-wise.
Look at this.
Anyways, that's a story for another time, but you know, I really enjoyed the game, and I knew a lot of people that had like the mutant Sherman. I can't remember the exact designation for it. It was like the
I don't have $50 to spend on that, dude.
M8E2,
and I'm gonna have a tiger after this game
something
now.
like that. Mutant. Which wasn't a Sherman actually, but it was kind of like a T1 heavy slash, you know, with this crazy ass turret that was applied to it. Looked kind of goofy as heck, and you know, it was pretty good tank though.
And I was aiming at
tough, deliver some damage and fire out there and everything. And that was an exclusive tank. You had to have gotten the pack during its beta phases before it went to open or alpha phase or closed beta phase. I can't remember which, but you had to get it before it went to open beta. And so I missed out on that. I could never get that tank ever, you know. And you know, I thought from that point on, I was like, well, you know, if I ever hit a point like that, I'm definitely going to do it. So that hopefully that explains to you guys why I decided to get that pack. And plus, it was like a close to a holiday occasion when I decided to get it. Decided to treat myself, kind of thing.
I'm gonna jump up behind this guy.
Saw out all those enemies. Doing really good. Just a heads up again, this is my vaporizer. Alright, anyways, I do plan to bring more tanking content to you guys. I just, I've been playing a lot more planes. I've played a lot of this closed beta in the tanking world. As I've mentioned, I believe in my last tank episode, is that I played a lot of it, so, you know, I haven't been playing it as much, but I've been playing it every day. I just haven't been recording much of it whenever I have. And I was like, you know, I need to change that. I need to start doing some recording. Let me start recording, and bam, this is one of the first videos that came out about it. Love the Sherman though. In the gun. It's a great tank. The tier range that it's in, it's a wrecking
6
machine.
assists.
Now I have played with a buddy to go into a tier higher, thinking, yeah, I could do that, and the Sherman just gets demolished. So at this tier range, it does well. Anything higher than this tier range, it's an exploding tin can that's worth nothing. So
I still have my Tiger
just
after
keep
this.
that in
Do you have
mind.
any tier 3s yet?
Yeah, I think the placement of it here is fine. Whenever I'm even going against the Sherman, I just roll up beside them and, or try to come around and flank them, or try to convince mass numbers to push on the, from the front and surround it. Because if you're sitting there staying in front of him, he's just gonna own you. That's how it is. Like you guys saw earlier, where I just sat there and took the beatings and took down the enemies.
Good. Another assist for that fucking artillery. You see the guy?
I hope that dump truck sounds cannot be picked up by this mic.
There he is.
They're out there pulling out the dumpsters, and it's just such a loud clacking noise that I just can only imagine that it's probably being picked up by the mic. Alright guys, so there it is. There's everything that came out of that. Really good battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you so, please give me the big thumbs up button. And if you like my content, there will be more to come. So subscribe to get that awesome content that will be coming. Alright, thank you guys. Bye.
Basically paid for that myself.